Today's episode is brought to you by an observation I've made. There is a certain famous filmmaker who makes surreal movies, who his name has become almost something people describe films as.
Hoodwinked.
Yeah, hoodwinked. Thank you, Ron. No, of course I'm referring to Lynchian. But when you say that, every David Lynch fan gets mad if you dare call something Lynchian. So to appease them, I'm going to start saying Herk Harveyan, who's the filmmaker of the movie we directed today, because it directly inspired a lot of the works of David Lynch. So Herk Harveyan, start saying it, everyone.
Herk Harveyan.
It's the director.
It doesn't roll
Herk
off the tongue
Harvey.
nearly as well as Lynchian.
So what?
You just have
Lynchian
to say it
is
in the Lynchian voice, though.
Harveyan.
Harveyan.
It
Herk
sounds like
Harveyan.
his name sounds like a Lynch character, though. Like it's Herk Harvey.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
That's another
to
good Hollywood name.
Herk Harvey. He only
Herk
made-
Harvey.
I guess not, because he only made one movie.
Yeah, that's a Lawrence name. He's from
Wait,
Lawrence.
this was his only movie?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
His only feature.
I'm
Okay.
trying to introduce the film or our podcast.
You brought
whatever
it
is
up.
We do.
Yeah, what are we even talking about today? Blake?
Welcome everyone to Half a Clue Movie Review. I'm Blake, and I'm joined by
Ron,
Jason.
also known as the Man.
And Miles.
who's known as the
The man?
Ron, somebody asked me what we're talking about today.
So, what are we talking about today, Blake?
We're talking about 1962's Carnival of Souls, a film that I very much liked, and I was excited to see that none of you had seen it, so I was excited so we could discuss.
Yeah.
You're the history nerd, and this movie does have a lot of history, so do your thing.
Let's go. All right, so tonight we drift into the ghostly shadows of the American Midwest and one very eerie lakeside pavilion to talk about the peculiar, low-budget, yet strangely enduring film Carnival of Souls.
Carnival.
Carnival. This is the West Coast,
Theater.
man. Yeah. Released in 1962, the film was produced and directed by
Herk Harvey.
Herk Harvey, yeah, with the screenplay written by John Clifford. Also, that sounds like the most American name ever.
John Clifford. Clifford the big red dog.
Yeah, according to various sources, the production budget was somewhere in the ballpark of $30,000, which is roughly $300,000 in today's money. But according to Clifford, they only used about $17,000 to shoot the actual film, which is about $180,000 today. So that's like basically the money they collected in time to actually start making in the movie. So I don't know where the other money went necessarily. It may have gone to like just post-production, I guess, or like trying to find a distributor, but we'll get to that. So yes, this is a classic shoestring budget, low shoestring budget horror film. You get what I'm trying to say.
You said that very smooth. Well said. Well said.
I know. That was really As for the audience and critical reception at the time, at its original release, Carnival of Souls was treated more like a B movie. Harvey had a difficult time getting the film distributed or even viewed by production companies. Like apparently when they took it to Hollywood, one of the producers of like some production company basically said like, what was the budget? And he was like, $30K. And he was like, I don't watch movies that are $30K. And he was like, okay. It's like you just couldn't even get like you couldn't
People
even just
pay
show it to
attention to
anybody.
it,
Yeah, it's like there's no, you can't just like release it online. But there was something
Why
kind
not?
of like that. Well, the internet was, I was gonna say
Why
that
didn't he get a time
Al Gore
machine?
didn't invent the internet yet. Okay. All right, so the reviews were obviously very minimal. No one really watched it, but eventually they got it to start playing at double features, like drive-in theaters, rather than like getting like any kind of real like theatrical release. Over the subsequent decades, however, Carnival of Souls quietly built a cult following. Due to a lack of copyright, it resurfaced in late-night TV, in home video circles, and piece by piece, a shadowy reputation blossomed. Critics and genre fans began to appreciate its eerie mood, minimalistic style, and black and white, and its dreamlike cinematography.
Are you drunk, Ron?
No. I'm speaking quickly. So now let's peel back the velvet curtain of cinema and peek into the weird and the wonderful. Here we are.
Carnival of Souls.
Sorry, I should have like increased the font size of this because like it's kind of small, so I'm like, huh?
That is pretty small.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it now.
I was like, whatever. Anyway, so I'm like losing my track here. I'm already mildly dyslexic, so All right, so yeah, there we go. Carnival of Souls. It has such a fun production history. Just the
Yeah,
like,
it's
I didn't
really
even get
cool to read
into
about.
the rest of it, but we can slowly do that as we go along.
We can get into it, but it does have a really interesting origin story, if you will. Just production, how it got made, who made it, after it got made, the fact that it didn't really get an audience until like the 80s. It's pretty wild. It's a wild ride. But luckily, I think today it sort of has its own little audience. It's definitely become a cult classic. Just today, actually, I saw Criterion, their official Instagram, was posting about it.
Nice.
Because it's definitely, by modern day standards, like what you'd call a cult classic. And for good reason. It's a really, really awesome movie, I think. But let's go around and just get initial impressions. We'll start with Ron.
Well, I really liked it. Like you mentioned the name, and I was like, that sounds like vaguely familiar. And I remember it's because I saw your Criterion,
That's probably
and
why.
I was like, oh yeah. But then when I started watching the movie, I like started recognizing some of the imagery, like her getting out of the water.
The man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must have seen it like in some kind of film
class or
history.
something.
Yeah, something like it popped up before. But the fact that like apparently it inspired a lot of like Dawn of the Dead and stuff, like
David
I'm like,
Lynch.
oh shit. I'm like, yeah, like it's you can kind of see where a lot of people drew influence from it. But no, I was impressed, I'll say, for especially as I found out more about how it got made and stuff. So I really liked it. That was cool.
Jason.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. It was both a higher quality than I thought it would be. Like, it looks incredible. And I think that has
Yes.
to do with we watched, like, a 4K, like, was it restored?
It's not 4K. It's
Oh,
it's
it's
probably. I know it's definitely restored, but it's not to 4K.
It's definitely
quality.
over 1080p.
Yeah.
It looks...
It can't be. It can't be just 1080p. It's
At least
probably
1081.
4K.
Yeah.
No, I mean it might be a 2K,
2K?
It's probably a
right? Because
2K.
I don't know what type of film it was shot on, but I know there is some film that only upscales to 2K when you digitize it.
I assume it was cheap film for the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's probably a 2K restoration then. Yeah.
It looks good though.
But yeah, it looks very good. But it's also, you said this the other day, and I agree. There's also a lot of like amateur kind of stuff to it, which I like as well.
It's charming.
Yes.
Yes. And I would say the kind of what I really like about this movie, and it's almost like a lightning in a bottle situation. It's weird because it's very impressive, but it's also very amateur. But like the flaws kind of work in the movie's favor a lot of the time, I think, because the movie's supposed to be off, right? It's supposed to feel weird and eerie. Like they don't really follow traditional filmmaking guidelines. Like they break the 180 rule at one point. There's like some editing errors.
Yeah, there's some really bad like ADR at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's like fine.
Like the opening sequence, because I didn't watch it on yours, so I was curious, like, if on the Criterion, does it just start?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just starts.
Thank, because I was like watching it on like Tubi.
Yeah, it's also kind of strange for a film from that time not to have like an opening credit
Credits, yeah.
sequence.
Yeah, I mean, it just opened like mid dialogue. It felt like
Yeah.
with like the drag race, and they're like, "You want to race?" Like, okay. And they started. I was like, "Well, what?" I was like, "Hold on." I was like, "We missed something."
Its
Like, what
title
just
card
happened?
sequence is sick, by the way.
Yeah, the like the
Yeah.
Carnival. It's so good. Yeah.
Sorry, finish up, Jason. I didn't mean
Oh,
to hijack.
I mean, it's fine. I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was fun. It was eerie. There is an unsettling like nature to it
Yes.
that I really appreciate. I always love that out of a film. But yeah, I won't get more into it, but I really enjoyed it.
Miles.
So I really liked the visual style of this movie. This is going to sound weird. I dislike how good the movie looks because it makes me angry about all the films that came after it that just didn't look as good, didn't look as interesting, as appealing to the eye. And it's like, what are all these people in Hollywood doing? Right? Where they're just pumping out all this crap when you could do this with a shoestring budget. I don't know. I think that it made me disappointed in modern cinema yet again. And I had just been getting over that.
Were you? I feel like every week we
Hey,
come to this.
I hadn't talked about it in a long time.
I don't know. You
It was like
mentioned
2
it last
episodes
week.
ago. Yeah.
You mentioned it last week. Was
What,
last
Modern
week
Cinema
wolves-
Sucks?
Was
Did
last
I?
week
Yeah, the
wolves?
wolves.
Yeah, you brought it
did-
up in the wolves.
You're like, you don't
What?
like how sets look compared to how they used to look.
I guess I did. Yeah. Okay, maybe my hatred has not waned, but this has reinforced it. Then,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe we could break down the plot real quick. So, Carnival of Souls follows Mary Henry, a young woman who survives a car accident while drag racing that kills her friends, which already feels weird. But just like we said, that opening sequence.
Yeah, it's very jarring.
It's just like,
oh,
the movie's
the
already what? Like, yeah, it just happens. Trying to start fresh, she moves to a small town in Utah to take a job as a church organist. Even that also felt weird. I was like, the time felt like, but a lot of this movie's like that again, where it's like hard to keep track of what like the time period that's happening.
Yeah.
This place over
Like, how long was she in that fucking river?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
She just crawls out because they've been like looking. It looks like they were looking for a while, and then she comes out of the water, which kind of I think most people kind of already guessed the ending, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like even then, it's still just like a fun ride. Anyway, she finds herself haunted by strange visions, pursued by a pale, ghostly man who appears wherever she goes.
played by Herk Harvey.
Herk Harvey himself playing the man, uncredited because he couldn't afford it. Actually accredited. As it drifts through a world that feels increasingly detached from reality, where people don't seem to hear her and eerie music follows her everywhere. Mary's sense of isolation deepens. Drawn again and again to an abandoned lakeside pavilion, she comes face to face with the mysterious forces that have been following her since the crash. So, I one thing that stands out to me was the music.
Yes, it's
The
very
music
good.
adds so much to this, and apparently the Clifford, the writer, he just added that because he knew the location where they shot the organs that are
Yeah.
being assembled. He was like, that looks like it'd be a cool place to shoot. What if she plays the organ? And it was like just simple as that. But it adds like a layer of like eeriness and like offbeatness to like everything else. It really matches the tone. I think it's so well.
it also adds like that aspect of Christianity, I guess, religion.
Oh,
because
yeah.
she plays it for a church and like,
And she's like kind
and
of.
she kind
an
of gets like
atheist.
later on in the film, she kind of just gets cast out of the church.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah. All the
So, did the spooky organ trope come from this film?
it's possible.
No,
Or
I'm
you're-
pretty sure like
Did it?
the spooky organ thing's been around since like
Silent
that's-
films.
Yeah.
yeah, the murder. It's just like kind of creepy, off-putting,
Mm-hmm.
But it works very well in its favor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that like you said, it opens that gateway to like the religion conversation because which I like that about her. She really is like challenging a lot of the norms at the time. Like she's
She's like an atheist kind of.
yeah, she's like an atheist. She's a single lady. She's like out. She's trying to work.
She doesn't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, she's just on her own.
She's kind of just doing her own thing.
Yeah,
Drifting like through water.
exactly.
I see you, Herk Harvard.
Herk Harvard?
I know that's not his
Okay.
name. I just wanted to say it that way.
He also founded Harvard.
He also founded Harvard.
This sounds
What a
like
career.
the most interesting man ever, like a real Johnny Wiseau.
But the
Well, sorry.
I was gonna say that I like the story because it's very simple, but it's how they execute a lot of it that makes it so good. Because
Yeah.
it's a very straightforward story, and in fact, almost nothing happens. But it's the filmmaking that kind of creates this like sense of dread, this sense of just everything feels slightly off, a little bit tilted, like wrong, and I don't know. It's just really fucking cool.
Yeah, like you said, like that, Lynchian style.
Herk Harveyan style.
The Herk Harveyan style. The dialogue that feels a little stilted, a little awkward, but that's okay. I don't know how intentional that was because they're all non-actors except for the lead actress. So it's like I think some people were really just trying their best. I think
Like the doctor.
yeah, the doctor. Oh my god. But I think the two other actors that really stood out were like that lady at the bed and breakfast kind of lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
she's
very
great.
fun.
She was really good. I was like, she's not a professional.
Out of here.
Yeah. And then the creepy dude. I mean, he wasn't like Brando or anything, but
You mean
like
the guy.
yeah, the guy who's like trying to, or sorry, not the man.
Oh.
I guess I meant
the pushy guy.
the weird
Yes.
dude.
He's
that
like
dude.
you know what he is? He's the guy, the kid from In Company of Wolves All Grown Up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's basically the same character.
He's just been trying to get laid.
Like his whole life, he's just kind of a little too pushy.
Yeah, no, it's like he's so weird. But like, yeah, it's I don't know, and it kind of shows that aspect of it. It's like what it's like being a single lady there. It seems like I don't know. She's getting a little too much attention from this dude, but she doesn't know how to say no. But she also doesn't want to be alone. But no, yeah, a lot of the acting around was better than you would think from people who don't do it professionally.
It all works perfectly for this story in this
Yeah.
movie, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's another thing about movies that, we kind of forget sometimes. It is a visual medium. So,
I don't think we forget that.
well,
I think people can forget
The-
that.
the-
There's
yeah.
a lot of dialogue that fucking like takes over films and shit.
exactly. And when it comes down to it, plot helps a film. Yeah, having good dialogue helps a film. Having good acting helps a film. But when you sit down and you watch a movie like this, especially a movie like this, it's really about the visuals that you see, right? The beautiful shots, the way that they capture things. It makes you think. Like a lot of their effects that they use throughout the film, I was like, that's so cool. Like, how did they do that? Like, it made me think.
They do a lot with depth in this, I
Yeah.
noticed. There's a lot of like distance and depth that they shoot that's really interesting. Like the slide that's going down in the Carnival. A lot of the shots at the Carnival are just kind of like distorted.
Yeah, there's a
looking.
lot of like tilted angles.
Yeah, and it just looks very striking. Ron, I assume you had another talking point you wanted to get into, though.
No, it's shouting out Maurice Prather, who was the DP for this.
Good job, Maurice.
They
Yeah,
could
like,
afford a DP.
him and Herk Harvey they just did they shot industrial and like educational shorts and stuff
Yeah.
for a corporation in Kansas. Like they were
They were not filmmakers, or they were
No.
not movie makers, I should
no,
say.
yeah, they did a lot of film projects, but nothing with like a story or anything. And yeah, apparently Herc just like drove past the abandoned pavilion in the former Salatier Resort on the shore of the Great Lake in Utah, and he just thought it looked spooky and just said like,
Let's make a movie.
yeah, he said, quote, "We'll make a ghost movie there."
Herk Harvey had always wanted to make a movie because he had done, film professionally, but not like filmmaking professionally. Like Ron said, mostly corporate stuff. And he saw his shot to take a chance at making a movie, and he took it. And I think it may not have paid off financially, but it paid off for the culture, I think.
I wonder, are any of his shorts available online? I want to see if they're like. I'm assuming they're
know.
like safety
I
or
don't know.
training videos
Yeah,
that they're
exactly.
for corporate stuff, and I want to see if
they
they
scary as
capture
fuck?
his same style. Well, no, I've seen some like really bad like like fall protection videos and stuff like
The
that.
sickness of the
It-
mind.
No, but it's crazy. Some of these videos that are like safety videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's wild, like what they do in them. So I don't know. I would
Look
be
it up.
interested to see.
Sure, you can find it somewhere.
I'm sure there's a lot of like filmmakers who maybe end up there or something, or just work their way through there and have the same thoughts of like, man, I wish I could do more with this, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a good success story. Well, I guess
there's-
moderate success depends how you think about it.
I think
you know?
if you
I mean, we're still talking about him.
Yeah, so I think it's like the legacy lives on, but like money wise, he wasn't making money from this like at all.
luckily he was alive enough to kind of see this get its first wave of a
Yeah.
following. So that's cool that he got to at least see his film get appreciated. Unfortunately, he didn't make anything. But it's nice to be appreciated.
Better than Tesla and Picasso.
There's a
Yeah.
23-minute training video called "Shake Hands with Danger" on YouTube.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Wait, really?
Totally
Yeah,
watch
it's
that.
I'm gonna
made
play
in
it.
1980.
You said it's 23 minutes.
23 minutes long. Yeah.
Okay. I run the safety committee at my work, so I'm gonna have to
You're gonna
make
have to show
everybody watch
everyone.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, he apparently handed over the idea to Clifford and was just told him like, "Hey, I want to make a spooky movie, and I just want the end to just be a bunch of like ghosts dancing in the pavilion." And that was it. And then he just let him kind of write whatever he wanted. And I think he gave him like a couple ideas, like something like, like maybe it's something like a pursuit film or something like that. It's like a very broad idea, but Clifford really expanded on it and gave us this. And then then the visual side comes in where I think it carries the story much further than even what the script was saying, with really, really cool visuals. Like one tragic thing though is apparently they lost an entire reel of film.
Yeah.
It was like 20 minutes or something that was like lost. Really sad.
That's a shame. I really wish we could see it.
Yeah, like according to him, he said that there was like a scene where you see the ghouls like emerging from the lake, like a long distance shot where you see like the pillars of like salt and stuff, and it kind of just holds there for a minute, and then you slowly see that a lot of the pillars are actually the ghouls that are like appearing, and they're like, it's just like very cool. I'm like, dang, that I imagine that looked like really
Yeah.
good.
The makeup for the ghouls is really good too.
Yeah.
Like they look very like they're like creepy looking and unsettling.
It's like simple but very effective.
Yes, like it's obviously just a little bit of makeup, but I don't know. They just make it work. They look like fucking dead people. It's perfect, you know.
So there's been a lot that's kind of been like people have read into this movie a lot. Like, what do you guys like? Do you have any ideas of like maybe the like, you know, we already touched on it about like the religion aspect of it and her trying to be independent and stuff. But is there any other things that like maybe you kind of drew from this movie that maybe you thought about or that it reminded you of?
I mean, I've always kind of just seen it as like, it's interesting that you call it a pursuit movie because I guess in a way it is. But I've always kind of just seen it as almost like the man is like the Grim Reaper, right?
Yes.
And she's like in this, I wouldn't say she's in purgatory, but she's in like this weird purgatory state. Like it's almost like the fucking Final Destination movies in a way.
Yeah.
Where she was supposed to die, but she didn't.
And it's
then,
like, no,
and like death's trying to like correct
Yeah.
its mistake essentially.
So-
I read that like this movie did inspire Final Destination.
hell yeah.
I've never read that, but that makes sense. This
Dude,
is
I was gonna say really quick that like this reminded me so much of the Reaper episode from Supernatural.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
Dean becomes death. Or...
Yeah, no, the one where Dean has like a failing heart problem, so he's gonna die
Oh,
soon.
that's the season 2 premiere, I think.
season. No, that's.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure it's season 1. My trip. No.
No, because in the season 1 finale, the devil like runs them over in the car, and that's how it ends.
No, that's the one with Tess. No, that's season 2. But season 1, there's a part where they go through like a pop-up tent, like revival preacher guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then he finds out that like, you know, spoilers, like his wife is like controlling a reaper and having her like harvest life from people and giving it to other people that she like to kind of make him feel like he's a like, you know, what are they called? Like a healing pastor person. But the reaper in that looks almost exactly like the man in this movie. He's just got like the pale makeup, he's wearing a suit, and he's just like the way he like pursues people is just calmly just walks towards them, and then that's it. Like, you know, maybe smiles a little bit. But it's like it's exactly that. I'm like, I would not be surprised at all.
It's probably inspired by it.
I mean, Supernatural
Takes a lot from
took
horror movies.
inspiration from everything. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of the whole point of Supernatural is like they were like, okay, we want to have a monster of a week show.
What's the
And-
girl's name in the actress for The Exorcist?
I don't remember her name. Her character's
shit.
Reagan.
Yeah.
But she's in an episode of Supernatural.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is. Yeah.
And like Dean even says, does this make you want to eat like pit soup or spit soup, pea soup or whatever?
Yeah, that's one of like my favorites from like the early seasons where like she's just like a sheriff or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
And like the villain turns out to be a corrupt cop because he like killed women, and then the ghost that was haunting them was actually just trying to warn them that like this guy was actually a murderer. Great episode. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's just another thing this movie really brought out.
Inspired a lot of yeah, that makes sense that the Final Destination movies, I mean, they're kind of like they're a little more silly than this. I mean, this is pretty silly too, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It felt silly a lot. It was
This is kind of highbrow in a sense.
I think this movie is a great example of like jump scares done right.
Yes, it has a great. All the jump scares with the man are very effective.
Yeah, they're effective, and they actually like
kind of startle you.
Yeah, they mean something, and it's not just like, oh, the cat jumped out, and it's like, oh, you made me feel dumb for. It's like oh fuck, he's right there, and like it's him, and he's coming at her, and you can't tell whether she's, it's a delusion or what. I like the one where,
but also there wasn't a lot of jump scare buildup, right? Like now in modern films, it feels like
You could feel it coming a mile away.
they build it up so much. They're like, oh, it's coming. When's it gonna come though? And it like tries to like get you
Don't come.
on your. Not like that.
Please don't.
I'm gonna come.
I will not. This is still
the
a horror
modern
film.
horror movies just edge us too much. You know, it's like just let us come.
Let us drip some cummies. You know what I mean? But
We just lost like 3 subscribers.
I think we gained 3 subscribers.
Let us know if that's what made you want to subscribe.
Let us know in the comments. But yeah, the jump scares are fucking great in this movie. Because it's that makeup, dude. He's just so unsettling looking as the man. Like it's that's the goddamn Grim Reaper. I believe it.
Yeah,
You know.
and then they come at moments we don't really expect it. Like again, like where the pushy dude is like getting into her apartment. And then right then, like, he comes up from behind and just hugs her and it's like, oh God, like, and it's right there. And
I like that shot of him in the water a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where he's just like, and the water's kind of like, what's the word?
Well, do you guys want to talk about some of your favorite shots? Because I have one where, like, when she first goes to the carnival and she's just walking away, and in the distance you see her walking away, and then you see just the silhouette of the man like turning and looking at her as she's moving, and I was like, oh, like that just like that was just a good one. Just really caught my eye.
That whole first carnival sequence, like every shot is fucking astounding looking. Maybe it's not a shot, but I think it might just be the feeling it invokes. I like when she gets on like the bus and it's like all the ghouls are on there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just really creepy.
That's a good one.
I like the. I mean, again, this isn't a shot, but like the whole sequence of her playing the organ, and it's like intercut with parts of the carnival and all the people coming out and them dancing and spinning. Like that was unsettling. And that's when she gets kicked out of the church for playing
Demonic music.
Yeah, like
I want to show that
what
guy
song was
Slayer.
that? Do we know? Like, I guess it was just the fact that it wasn't a hymn.
I don't know. I guess it's just like you're not supposed to play non-religious music.
I want to show that guy a Slayer song.
Yeah,
See what he thinks.
yeah, she was playing like fucking.
I like that even his
Black
hands,
Sabbath.
like when he's like stopping her, it's the ghoul, the man, and it's like, oh, and she's like, snaps out of it. But yeah, it kind of it just has that haunting atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
Mine was actually an effect that Ron and I were talking about before this, where I think it was a car window, and she looks into the car window, and you can see like the man's face kind of reflected back, but you can still see her.
Oh yeah, that's the first time she sees him. Right?
Yeah, that's the first time that she sees, and it's so. I don't know. I felt like that was a very interesting shot, and it made me ask, how did they do that? Back in the 60s, right? There was
Do you want to know?
Sure. Tell me.
Or do you want me to spoil the magic? I don't want to.
You know what? Don't spoil the magic.
Okay.
I think
All right.
too
It's a
high.
film podcast. I want to know.
No, spoil the magic because
Okay.
I appreciated it. I appreciated it, and that was the first thing that kind of made me think, wow, this movie's actually worth watching.
Herk Harvey sends his thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently they accomplished that by they brought a witch on set and the real seance.
Oh, okay.
No, they used like it was just a mirror that was like off, like they balanced it
Off axis.
Yeah, and then they were able to just light it up, so they lit him up, and then you see him in the reflection. So yeah, super simple, but like again, very effective. I don't know, it's like movies like this are always just like what inspire me as a just like a wannabe young filmmaker guy.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. And it's like you can see what you can pull off back then with no
It's like,
money.
it's like, oh man, like you could do that. Like that's
smart.
That's doable. Like I could figure that out.
Carnival of Souls 2, Ron's story.
They did make a remake.
Did
in
they?
The 90s, yeah.
Oh fuck, I didn't even know that.
yeah.
Even written by the same writer.
Did you
Was
see
it good?
the colorized version of it?
No.
I was on Tubi. Or I was scrolling through a couple, but it's I think it's a lot like other copyright movies like Nosferatu, where like everyone kind of has like a version of it. So there was like a colorized version that I saw that kept popping up, and I watched started that accidentally, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. I was like, this ain't right. And like, I don't know. I didn't want to watch that way because I feel like the color you would lose a lot of.
I feel like
what makes this work,
the black
you know?
and white also adds to the whole lingering sense of dread.
Yeah.
Like it's like she's living without color, you know.
Yeah.
Because she's supposed to be in this like, I don't like saying the word purgatory, but like this borrowed times.
It's
It-
like,
it's like
in
she,
the
like,
in
slipping
between.
through.
Like it's almost like she's coming to terms with her death.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
What did you guys think of the colorized versus non-colorized?
Well,
I haven't
seen,
no,
watched the
no,
colorized second.
Nosferatu.
Oh,
I've never watched the colored version of
Okay,
Nosferatu.
so I watched both. I like the black and white version better.
Well, that's what it was intended to be, which is a huge part of it.
Yeah, but
Well-
I mean, this movie too,
Yeah.
and a lot of black and white movies. Like, I think was there a Night of the Living Dead like colorized version as well?
I don't know. I doubt it.
No,
But I might be wrong. I don't know. But
for
I know
some
with,
reason
like,
I was thinking that there was. But
I know Nosferatu, they did kind of have color was the original intention.
kinda like-
well, it was tinted.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like even then, it's like there is like a color, but like it's not
Yeah.
the same. You know, it's
It's
like
just one color.
everything's yellow, everything is blue. That's how you know.
I don't know. For this, it's and even for like Nosferatu, it's like
Yeah.
black and white's kind of the way to go. I think the black and white film really does capture something, and it's part of the whole aesthetic, and you lose that when you try to add color to it.
No, I agree. I think there's a lot of the like because I did see some side by side comparisons, and there's simple things like black and white highlights like the textures and the like certain patterns and stuff that like in photographs or filmmaking and stuff, and that's like one of the biggest strengths of it. And then in color, it's just a completely different film language almost, and I feel like you lose a lot of the subtleties because you're focused on different things. It calls attention to suddenly, I don't know, a dude wearing a green shirt can just make you
Throw off everything.
Yeah, it's like it's weird, but it's a thing. Our brains just work differently when you see something black and white. It narrows your focus, and I think this movie needed that.
Have you seen the black and white version of Mad Max Fury Road?
I have not.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember thinking while I was watching it, like it just feels smaller. It feels more focused than the colorized version, which isn't bad. It's like it's just different. And some movies, I think this one in particular, very much lends itself to being in black and white.
I think color would be too much for this. And like I guess the only place where maybe it would be cool is like the actual carnival at the end. But even then, it's just the imagery works so well on its own that it's something we don't need.
Yeah, because even then, it's like I feel like the ghouls, like them being mostly dressed in black and stuff, they kind of blend into the background. Like they kind of feel part of this, like them emerging from the water and stuff. Like it makes them feel like this is like they're like part of the ship, part of the crew. But like what I mean, like kind of like part of this weird building
Yeah.
or whatever.
They're pieces of it themselves.
Yeah. It's really cool.
It's kind of a sad movie too in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I mean, like just and this is another thing I feel like a lot of horror movies of past this have taken is like the horror of like nobody like taking you seriously in a scary situation.
Yeah.
Where like the doctor's like, oh, you're just crazy, it's fine.
Yeah, like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby, or like the landlady just like kind of being like
The Exorcist.
She was moving around all night, like so what? It's fine. I've never heard noises like this. Like what? She was like moving the fridge. Like has nobody ever customized a room up there? Just an awesome fucking movie.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the setting is also very cool. I mean, we already talked about the carnival itself, but like the fact that it's like in Utah.
It's like the small town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Miles' favorite place.
Yeah, Miles' favorite place.
It's not my favorite place. It's just if I were to move to like a city type place, Salt Lake City would be an amazing place to live.
What's it about Salt Lake?
Is it the soda shops?
Soda
First
shops?
of all,
Do you not know
I
about
went
soda shops?
No.
I'll tell you about them in a second.
I went there, didn't go to a single soda shop.
See, I would have actually.
Now,
I think it'd be gross, but I'd do it.
I will say, you were like telling me, oh yeah, they don't even have coffee there, and I was like, are you sure?
I got
went.
coffee.
They
in
have
Salt
coffee.
Lake.
Yeah, but
They have Starbucks.
I think Blake was telling me that they like don't really even have coffee there. They had some of the best coffee that I've ever had. Every single like cafe that I went to
The soda shops are
had great coffee.
alternatives
Alternatives,
for
okay.
people
Yeah.
who don't drink coffee.
Really quick, Ron, because the audience cares about what a soda shop is.
They must know.
Since in Utah, coffee isn't. Some people don't drink coffee for Mormons.
a lot of Mormons don't
A lot
drink
of Mormons
coffee.
don't drink coffee for religious reasons, but they can drink soda. So they have soda shops. So you'll go to like a soda place and they'll make like fucking frappuccinos and shit with like Coca-Cola and stuff. It'll be like soda with like creamer and syrup and stuff. It's a
Whipped
thing.
cream.
That sounds
and shit.
pretty good.
Whipped cream. Does
It
that?
just sounds like a lot of sugar.
I mean, yeah,
God.
that's a lot of sugar. I imagine childhood me would have lost my mind. Adulthood
Don't
me,
get me wrong.
I would get like, this is my.
If I ever
sugar
find
intake
myself
for the
in
day.
Utah for some reason, I will go to a soda shop and I'll try a soda frappuccino. But I don't know if it sounds good. I'll try it. I don't know if it sounds good.
Okay, to circle back to.
I love when she goes to a soda shop in the movie. Death's like, I'm coming faster now.
But no, I think that the Midwest feeling really does add to the charm. To
Yes,
it,
it does for sure.
where it's like because it feels unique because a lot of horror films are either like they take place in a really remote area, like a cabin or someplace out like middle of nowhere, or they're like in a big city or I don't know, something else is
Like New York seems to be
yeah,
like
like
that.
the suburbs. Yeah, this one is like it's like a road trip kind of existential horror, which is
Yeah.
like I don't know. It feels very unique. Like I don't know. It's interesting to me.
Yeah, because it's such a nice place.
Yeah.
You know, it's just such a like inviting looking town. Like when she's at the
Like the downtown area.
yeah, and she's like running around like terrified. It's just like
It was like why?
any other situation, this would just be a pleasant day to walk around. So yeah, it definitely adds to it. It's
reminded me a lot of like a lost like Twilight Zone episode or something.
Yes, it
Yeah,
has that
yeah,
mood
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. I can almost see the narrator coming up.
Yeah.
So, did she
This-
meet death? Did she escape it? What happened? You decide. Can you do an
One
impression?
fate is certain. She is forever in the Twilight Zone.
It does have a Twilight Zone feeling to it, which I like. A
Yeah,
lot.
no, it's cool. I was like, this could have been like a movie for the Twilight Zone, and it
Probably
would
would
have
have been
been awesome.
better than the actual Twilight Zone
Yeah.
movie.
I was gonna say something else. I don't remember. Yeah, it slipped my mind.
Remember.
Oh, like so. Another thing is like we've said this a few times before, but like this movie does feel very ahead of its time.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. What aspects of it do you think, or what make it feel that way to you?
Even from the very beginning, Jason already kind of noticed this, the lack of opening credits. And instead
yeah.
having like more of a cold open and then doing a more stylized opening credits. That's like not something movies of that time really did.
Oh yeah, they would have very elaborate, long opening credits. It was like 5 minutes of just like you're seeing every single person who worked on the
loud,
movie.
blaring music.
And this one, yeah, we have the cold open, we have the inciting incident to the film, and then we get very stylized title cards. It's
Yeah.
very like, ooh,
Yeah,
really
like
draws you in.
Star Wars was famous for moving the credits to the end
Yeah.
of the movie, and that was
Controversial.
more than 10 years later.
George
like,
Lucas got
15 years
banned
later.
from like the fucking like Directors Guild of America for that. Like,
Yeah.
like it was a big deal.
Yeah, Herk Harvey. That's like it's also because I think they said 5 crew members.
Yeah, 5
on
crew
this
members.
film. So I think that was part of it. I don't think it was like a
It would've
necessarily
been like a
stylistic
10-second
choice.
credits.
I think maybe he was just like, let's just start the movie.
Let's just
Cool.
literally just start the movie. Cars are already racing.
Not fading in. It's just like, boop. Hey, how you guys doing? Want to go for a race? Like, okay. Anything else?
The psychological nature of it, I feel like, is very ahead of its time. Like because this was 62, so a lot of horror was just kind of like
Monsters.
monster movies
Yeah.
and shit.
Like
This
Cold
this
War.
feels like more in your head.
Yeah, it feels very
it's-
modern because of that.
Yeah,
It's like focusing on the psychological aspect of it, the isolation, and
Mm-hmm. I don't know enough about 50s and 60s cinema to really like make a judgment on it. I know that it's good, and I know that it's better than the 70s.
But even watching it, you kind of
Yeah.
Do you see what we're saying? Though you
yes,
feel
feels
oh,
modern.
definitely.
Yeah, right.
No, it does. It doesn't feel out of place if it were to be made in a modern time.
Yeah, like this
Definitely.
could be like
Yeah.
an A24 movie with just
Yeah.
some minor tweaks here and there.
Or it could be, even like a really good student film.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not like dissing on it when I say that. I've seen some great student films out there, but
How many
just with
student
like
films have you watched?
like 2, not including yours.
Yeah, that was it. Both Blakes.
No, not including Blake's.
Also, ahead of its time in the fact that it's an independent, like atheist woman is like
Yeah.
the protagonist,
Yeah,
which is
definitely.
I think
pretty wild for the time.
I think John Clifford said that he wanted her like because in most horror films usually it's like the final girl is like a common trope, right?
Yeah.
Like the female protagonist is pretty common in horror, but he said there's usually a point where like a man comes in and helps them, and she was like, what if like all the men are just kind of like terrible? Like what if like none of the men are helpful?
Yeah.
And that's just like she's just on her own. That's it. And it like and I think it really helps because it again adds that theme of like of isolation and no one wants to hear you, like you're saying in like Rosemary's
Impending
Baby.
sense of doom.
Yeah, it's just like where does she turn? Like she has nowhere to turn. Like no one's gonna believe her or understand what she's really going through here. They just think she's crazy. They're like, get out of here.
What's the creepy neighbor guy say? He says something like, "You like me? How much?" Like,
Yeah.
so like, bro. And then, like he has this like sexist friend at the bar is like,
Yeah.
"Who's that fine piece over there?" And he's like, "Go away! I don't want her to think that I'm hanging out with degenerates like you."
It's like you're just as bad.
Yeah.
dude.
He's also, what did he say? There's that line too where he's like, I could have gone to college, but I didn't. He's just he's an interesting character. Everyone's kind of an interesting character in this, which is what I appreciate.
Yeah.
There's not a boring line of dialogue in this movie.
I think like last fun piece of trivia here, but like I like that later when this movie became more popular, like because okay, so the production, the release of it, they released in double features and everything, but there was money that was coming in. It wasn't much, but Herk Harvey wasn't like seeing any of it because the producers were like apparently like some scumbags, and then they ran away to Europe and they took the movie with them basically. And then it got popular over there, which is why I saw there was like a French version of this movie. I think it was just French translated version of it,
Yeah.
which I think is cool because the movie does feel a bit like what's it called? Like French New Wave style, like with the editing. It's very abrupt. It cuts between here. There's no like dead space, no pun intended. Like it's just kind of just jumps immediately like, all right, this conversation's over. Let's move to the next thing. And at the time, again, very unconventional. But after 30 years or like 20 plus years later, when it got popular in the 80s and it started getting circulated in like small film festivals and stuff, they said they read a paper in the New York Times or something that said nothing less than the best genre film of 1989, and they're just like, wow, like okay, like they're like no, this movie came out
Almost 30 years ago.
yeah, and they're just now getting their credit. But yeah, I'm glad that they did see that how much of people really did show their appreciation, and Herk Harvey and John Clifford got to enjoy that, and that's really cool.
Glad for you, Herc.
Yeah, good for you, Herk.
Is he named after Hercules?
I don't know.
Why don't you know that?
I don't know.
Send him an
I mean,
email.
it's spelled Herk, like HERC. Yeah, it's like not like I don't know.
Send him an
Hercules.
email. Ask him.
Yeah, all right. Any wrap up final thoughts or anything you guys want to mention?
I don't know. I'm just going to shout it out. If you haven't seen this movie, you probably shouldn't listen to this podcast where we break
Herc
down
is
the
short.
plot.
Sorry, Herc is short for Harold.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Harold Harvey also sounds like a really good like.
Herc Harvey's a much better name than Harold Harvey.
Yeah.
But final thought for me would just be, if you haven't seen this, you shouldn't listen to this podcast, but I would strongly recommend this for an October viewing. I watched this movie 5 years ago. This is only my second viewing, but it really like stuck with me. I don't know. I could never quite get this movie out of my head. I really, really liked it, and I liked it just as much on my second viewing. Super fucking dope movie. Check it out. Very creepy, very eerie, very surreal, very Lynchian. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of points we brushed on, but I think, yeah, ironically enough, the less you know, the better this movie. But I think it's great. Just watch it. It's fun. It's very interesting, and I think it'll stick with you because it's really stuck with me so far. Like it keeps kind of popping back in my head, and I always appreciate when a movie does that.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you guys said. It's just a good, solid, fucking creepy, atmospheric horror movie. If you want to put it on like a rainy night, I think it'll hit pretty hard. It's a good movie to watch, so watch it.
Yeah, definitely really good looking. I enjoyed watching it. I know I don't say that about many horror films, but
Is this a horror film?
Yeah,
honestly,
is it?
it's more of an art house film than a horror film. But
Nothing's a horror movie.
well, that's because horror as a genre can
Name a
be
horror
good.
movie.
Name a horror movie.
Name a horror movie right now.
The
Name
Wailing
one. Yeah, it's a great movie.
sucks.
Fuck you, dude.
The Shining, also bad.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Do I need to continue, or will I just disappoint you more?
I want to see if you have a third one because those are the two you always reference.
Let's see. I really can't think of any.
Interesting.
Final Destination sucks. Right? Nightmare
Final
on Elm
Destination's
Street.
fun. It's I wouldn't call it a great movie.
It's not cinema, but it's not great cinema.
but
yeah,
it's
a good time.
It's a good watch.
Oh, that's gonna be
What
my
the
keynote.
fuck were you about to say about A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street isn't very good.
Oh my
Come
god!
on.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Okay.
The one with Jackie Earl Haley, I agree. I think they are coming out. I don't remember if I heard something about a new Nightmare on Elm Street coming out.
Hey, if I am remembering properly, I think it's like a fucking show,
I
isn't
think that's
it?
Halloween. They're
Oh,
like a
Halloween.
show.
Halloween's doing that.
That's dumb. That's so dumb. Anyway, sorry.
Are they going to
Miles.
have one episode a year? Like,
They could do an experimental thing where they do 31 episodes and every day is like every episode's a day in October.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Give us
Like 24, but
control.
each day.
give us creative control. We'll make a cool Halloween 31 episode experimental season.
I don't know if I can do that.
31 episodes.
Just
Only
make
if
them
they're
short.
like 10-minute episodes.
Release one a day throughout October.
That would be fucking. You know why? That'd be
that would
cool.
actually
That'd
be
really
cool.
cool.
Interesting to see.
I'd take a shit and I'd be excited. I'd be like, that came out wrong. I was
What?
I don't know.
No,
I was trying to. I was
he's
trying
so
saying,
excited
he's
he
saying
would
that
shit.
he would watch it on the can
No,
for 10 minutes
I was
at a
trying
time.
to. I was
So you
try-
want to make something that's being watched on phones?
No.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with watching
I was-
movies on phones.
I was trying to make.
It's how I
some
watched
kind of-
Oppenheimer. It's how I watched Dune. It's how I watched Blade Runner 2049.
And then you complain about new movies. Like, why don't they look as good?
All right, is that fun? I'm surprised you liked this movie, Miles. To be honest.
Because it had artistic integrity.
Okay.
And that's something that most horror
Oh,
films
not
lack.
like The Shining.
Or The Wailing.
I mean, to each their own. To each their own.
All right, you guys want to get into what we've been watching?
Yeah.
Ron, you look like you're fucking locked. You got your letterboxed.
I mean,
open and
I pulled it
everything.
out just because I was like, I knew it was coming.
You got your
Okay.
letterboxed and everything.
So I watched again. I'm trying to keep my Halloween movies like this ball rolling here, but I watched The Ring. Thanks Jason
Fuck
talking
yeah.
about it. It was great. Still holds up. It's awesome. But keeping in that early 2000s, I watched Ju-on, The Grudge, the
Ooh,
Japanese version.
Never seen the Japanese version. I've always wanted to.
You know what? I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. Maybe it's just
Is it
'cause my
better than the
expectations-
American?
I can't tell you because I didn't watch the American one. I mean, I've seen like bits and pieces, but never like all the way through. But I can see why someone thought like, oh, this is a really cool idea. Let's expand on it. Or like it's one of those where it's like, maybe a remake wasn't the worst thing. I know that's kind of sacrilege to a lot of people, especially Japanese horror fans. But I was like, the concept was cool. But yeah, the one thing I really did like about it though, that I remember from watching the sequel back in like middle school, and it scared the crap out of me, is one, there's like a non-linear timeline where they just keep jumping around through time, which it's like at a certain point it becomes a touch annoying where it's just like, okay, who the fuck is this? Like, why are we like, who is this now? Like, let's go figure out what's happening and how they die. But I like the curse itself. It's like there's no escape. and it just spreads like a plague, where it's just like you basically just have to meet somebody who knows this thing, and if you were like unfortunate enough to witness something, then it's like that's it, you're done. Like I think in a lot of American horror and stuff, there's like a certain thing of like if you can escape the house or whatever it is, or like break the curse or find a certain way to like get out of it, then you're good. But in this, it's like no, there's nothing. It's just like you're dead. That's it. Now it's just a matter of when and how you're gonna die, and that's like. It's really cool. It's very effective. It's that part was fun.
That's The Grudge you're talking about?
The Grudge.
I've never seen it. I want to watch it.
It's cool. It's one I think I want to watch, like, because apparently there's like 2 other shorter films that came out before it that eventually led to this one being like the first theatrical release that I want to watch, because they apparently it's a little bit more context for it, but it's an interesting one, and it's just like a lot like the scary movies kind of like ruined things a little bit for me. That made me laugh. Like I just keep thinking of the Grudge scene where they're speaking the horrible Japanese.
Yes. Were they just like saying brand names and stuff like that?
They're like Honda Teriyaki, and the kid's just like, oh God, your Japanese is so bad. But no, it's fun, and it is very creepy. Like if you watch it in the right setting, it'll still work, because speaking of jump scares, they do some jump scares, and I don't know, some are better than others, but a lot of the kills were interesting too, because they're also very unique to this movie. So
yeah. I just remember that I saw it when it came out, but that girl scared the fucking shit out of me. Yeah, not the Japanese one, but the remake.
Yeah.
She scared the fucking shit out of me. Same with the girl from The Ring. That's just, I don't know, just creepy visuals.
And the cat kid.
Yeah, dude, fuck that kid.
Yeah, very creepy.
Miles, do you want to go first? Because me and Jason both saw 2 movies.
Yes, I will. So I have a very limited watch list this week because I have been playing video games.
What Tim?
What have you been playing?
I've been playing the new crappy Pokemon game.
Oh,
That's very
I
crappy.
thought you'd be playing the Home Improvement game or something.
No.
The Tim Allen Life Simulator.
Tim Allen Sims.
No.
Sorry, a young Tim Allen Life Simulator would be awesome though.
Yeah, you're a fucking drug mule.
The
Yeah.
Candyman.
No, so I've finished watching the show that I was watching last week, Mindhunter.
Oh, right.
show.
Yeah.
So I watched through season 2. I think I was done with season 1 last week, and then I watched through season 2 since then. Honestly, really disappointed that there's not a 3rd season, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a 3rd season, because it leaves it at such a point where it's like I am set up to know the backstory, or to know what ends up happening with BTK. There's definitely some like storylines and arcs that they've left hanging a little bit, and it's like,
don't
dude,
be scared,
like,
honey. I was just playing.
I was just goofing around. How did you misquote that? We used to say that all the time.
I was just goofing around.
I was just goofing around. The BTK thing's interesting because he wouldn't be caught like historically for another like 20 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were gonna just do total historical fiction, or B, they were gonna like maybe the last season was gonna take place like 20 years later or something, which would be kind of cool.
I mean,
actually.
they could.
They
That's
could
something
still
they
do
could
that.
Do,
Yeah. Well, there has been. I feel like I don't know if it's real, but I feel like I have seen talk like they are trying to get that up and running. I think it might be a movie though. I may have heard or something.
I don't know.
So
I feel like Fincher's kind of just moved on.
Here's what I was hoping would happen is that
Scott Buck takes it over.
Holden that Holden
your
would
fucking
track
mouth.
down BTK, right?
Yeah.
And kind of like identify him and like figure it out.
But the
right?
thing is also
No.
the way BTK was caught, he was just a dumbass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sent in a fucking floppy disk.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we know where this came from.
No, but I'm
And
talking
he
about
asked them,
like
he asked the cops. He's like, "Can this be traced?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, here you go."
no, but have Holden identify him as a suspect like beforehand, but have him not able to find like any real evidence, and then because of the events of season 2, he becomes unsure about himself and he doesn't bring it to anybody because he doesn't want to ruin another man's life.
Mm.
Right?
I think
so it's like he's right, but he fails to do it. And this guy's just like let
Or
go
he just
because
doesn't have the evidence or something.
because he feels he doesn't have the evidence and that he hasn't been able to prove it to
Yeah,
himself.
that'd be interesting.
Right? Because then he's questioning himself. Like that's how I would have done a third season.
BTK and like Zodiac could both work as like great examples that like, you know, can show Holden like failing and stuff and him just not being able to do it, like accomplish this because he, you know, because it like end of season 1 or well up until like the very finale of season 1, he has like he's hot shit, like he's like, yeah, dude, I'm like fucking unstoppable, you know, and then he kind of comes crashing down
in season 2. Oh, dude.
Well, in
two's
season
another
1, the
frustrating
season 1
one.
finale, the way it ends was like one of my favorite scenes of the whole show.
Yeah.
When Holden has this like panic attack. It's
That-
such a
Dude,
good
yes.
fucking scene.
things
That-
I could
Yeah,
do
that's
to you.
because of like what you said, right? Because all season he's like hot shit. He's like so like impressed by himself, and he thinks he's handling it all well, and then it just all like all the
Yeah.
dominoes start to fall. His house of cards collapses, and
Well, yeah, I mean, like he
flips
just
the fuck out.
he comes to terms with the fact, like, oh, I'm dealing with fucking insane
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That would have given anyone a panic attack. Like, just think about the situation. You've been listening to this.
That was
guy
right after. It's been a while since I watched
Talk
it.
about-
but
Right after
he
he
was
talks
talking
to
to
Ed
Ed
Kemper,
Kemper, right?
Yeah. He's talking about this guy. You know, he had just talked to this guy about all the horrific things that Ed Kemper had done, like cutting off heads and shit like
His mom's
that,
head,
right?
and then fucking
to,
it.
to people that he basically
He
like
did that.
cared about, and then he starts showing Holden like affection and stuff like that, and then
He hugs
approaches him, and it's like, dude, that feels like a death sentence right there.
Yeah.
And it's like, what can you do in that situation? The guy's like, what, 6'7", 6'9"?
Yeah,
And
he's
it's like
enormous.
ginormous guy. Nobody's around. Nobody's watching. It's like, you run away. Fuck yeah, you're gonna break down. Like,
Do a lot of
it's-
interesting things before the guards ever stopped us.
Yeah, he basically tells him like,
Yeah.
I can fucking kill you, and there's nothing you can do about
He's
it.
like, those women became my spirit wives. They're with me now. If I killed you, you'd be with me too. And it's like, fuck. It's so scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Ed Kemper kind of presents himself as just like this
Yeah.
this
Hokey,
kind of
fun,
like
hey.
yeah,
My helpful
but like
guy.
deep down, and that, I mean, it means like Holden's like good at his job. He got him like to open up about the shit he did. Oh, it's great. I should rewatch that. I've only seen it once all the way through.
Same.
I've watched that show like 4 times at
It's
least.
your comfort show.
Yeah, it's my comfort show. Just like soup on a cold, showery day. I'm like,
I
yeah,
made that joke last week.
No, oh, sorry.
I think. I don't know. I repeat jokes.
I will say the storyline with the kid is really like fucking.
It's eerie.
The Atlanta.
Yeah, no. The other FBI agent's kid.
fuck, I forget his
what,
name.
I forgot his
He's
name.
kind of like showing signs, right?
Yeah, well, his son helped. He's part of the group that killed that like toddler,
Yeah,
and it was like terrifying. Like, oh, but he didn't like do anything. Like he didn't. And it's like the classic case of like this dude's. I don't know. I love that, just seeing him dealing with like the serial killer cases, like a young version of it that he's been hunting down, and he's like, oh my god. And
like, this is where they come from. Like this
Yeah.
is how it happens.
and it matches so well with like a lot of the other themes of the show, 'cause it's a great show. But like with what's his face, the serial California guy, Hollywood hippie dude, Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
Right.
Yeah.
And everything he's saying to him, and it's like all those words are just cutting right into him, and he's just like, oh, it's like, I see you, you know, see in your eyes, that's hate, and you and it's just like, oh, it's so good. Man. Netflix used to have such killer shows.
Yeah.
Now they have The Killer,
Now we have
Yeah.
which is a good
Hot
movie.
Ed Gein.
I haven't watched it. I can't.
Neither
comment.
have I.
Yeah, no.
And I know people don't seem to like it, but I haven't seen it. So
Yeah,
I
to be fair, I know I was talking a lot of shit last week, but I haven't seen it either. So
there are some good episodes in the Dahmer series. As a
Yeah.
whole, it was
The first episode of Dahmer
yes,
is
very good.
fucking incredible.
As a whole, but there's a couple episodes. Eat the sandwich. That scene was edited so fucking funny. Like kept cutting to like the sandwich on the table. Eat the sandwich. I made some barbecue for you.
all right. So what are you guys watching?
Me and Jason watched 2 horror films over the weekend. We saw Hereditary in theaters, which was pretty cool.
Oh, theaters.
In the theater. which was pretty cool. I feel like I don't have that much to say about it. It's good. I don't know. Do you have words, Jason?
It's just miserable.
It is. And Jason was like laughing during which is fine because I've come to find that Ari Aster, all of his things are kind of funny, like in a very miserable, twisted sense.
The bear scene at the end of Midsommar, that's like hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's very funny. Midsommar, I think, is actually funnier than Hereditary, but there is like during Hereditary the part where like Toni Collette's like yelling at like her son. She's like, "I wish I never had you." Like Jason was just like laughing super hard, and like no one else, and I was too, but no one else in the theater was laughing. We're like, I was like, they probably think we're like terrible people, but it is kind of funny, and I think that's his intention because all of his movies have a very comedic edge to them.
It's his face.
No, I get it's your stupid face on your fucking face.
Yeah, in his face, he's just like blankly staring at her, like, oh my god, like she's just tearing into him. It's like, oh god,
it's a dope movie. I like it a lot. Very clearly inspired by Rosemary's Baby, as a lot of modern horror are, but it doesn't have its own thing where it's fine. It's like it does its own little twist on it. I don't know. It's just a cool movie. I assume everyone's probably seen it who's listening to this. It was very successful.
It was cool to see it in theaters because I never saw it in theaters in its initial run.
I've only seen it twice now. Now both times have been in theaters.
Oh, wow. La-di-da.
We also watched the next night, not in theaters, just at home, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Hey.
That's an interesting one. You know, it's kind of one of the more unique sequels in that franchise.
Yes. Gay horror.
It's got
queer
the gay
horror,
queer horror element.
I didn't get a whole lot of gay shit from this movie.
Oh, it's very gay. It's very gay. It's okay.
Okay.
You could
the
say
coach's death is pretty gay.
Yeah.
He dies from like getting whipped in the ass or whatever.
You could say that the whole movie
subtext.
is kind of like subtext for trying to suppress your like sexuality and how you like can't, and that's kind of what the ending is, I think.
I think we talked about it last year, but like there is another resurgence for this movie, kind of being one of the underappreciated sequels.
I liked it.
It's one of the more unique ones because that's something else I want to talk about. It's not really a slasher film. It's more like a possession movie.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because of that. It's like, oh yeah, they never really like did this again with that franchise. They never tried to do like, I feel like all the, like as much as I like Dream Warriors and a few of the other ones, they're all kind of just like takes on the first movie. This is one where it's like going for its own thing completely.
It's after that one, I think they start taking Freddy a little less seriously.
And he's a little goofy in this one too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he has like one of my favorite scenes in the whole franchise, when he emerges at the pool party, and then that one guy's like, it's like, hold on. Like he tries to talk to Freddy. He's like, hey, it's okay. You're going to be okay. No one's going to try to hurt you. And Freddy's just standing there looking at him like, what the fuck? And then just like slashes.
I think he says, save yourself, bitch, or something.
Like, I remember that watching that was like a favorite part of the whole movie the first time I saw it.
You know what? The coolest scene in the whole movie is when he pops out like a face hugger from Alien out of the dude's stomach. Because there's the scene where he's sleeping with his best friend.
They're body horror stuff. Yeah.
He's sleeping with his best friend who's like naked. And he's like, he's sleeping with his best friend. And then like his friend's a fucking idiot, by the way. He's like, bro, just stay awake and everything's gonna be okay. And then the friend immediately goes to bed. But during that, like Freddy like fucking bursts out of his stomach like he's a monster from Alien. It's fucking awesome looking.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I still think that Dream Warriors is like my favorite sequel of that franchise just because that's so much fun.
I think that one really
capitalizes on being a dream-based
the
thing.
premise is best executed in that film. But yeah, Freddy's Revenge is still very good.
Cool.
Yeah,
very cool movie. And yeah, that's what I've watched.
Cool.
So you're probably wondering, I'm sure everyone's riveting in their seat just going, but what will next week bring for Half a Clue movie review?
Is someone going to get a second pick? Nah.
Be calm, children. We have figured this out for you.
Yeah.
Much like last year, as I'm sure you all remember dearly, we did a bit of a roulette situation.
You rolled
and
a die.
we're going to do the same thing, but with the added feature that we realized we covered all the decades except for the 70s.
Well, we did the 60s, 80s, we doubled up in the 80s, and the 90s. So now we would like to touch upon arguably the best era in horror, the 70s, or at least one of the most influential for sure.
So we have 9 movies,
10 movies.
10 movies on a list, and we're going to roll for which one. Would you like to announce the movies, Ronan?
Do we have a
Yes,
10-sided
yes.
die?
Yes, let's grab a 10-sided die and we will figure this out. But in the meantime, I will name off these movies. All right, so number 1, here we got The Omen, came out in 1976. Then there's number 2, Carrie, 76. There's your Stephen King adaptation. Number 3, Shivers. I forgot.
I don't know what that
Miles, you mentioned earlier, is there a Cronenberg movie? Shivers is a Cronenberg movie. So we do have one. And we have a Dario Argento movie, of course, Deep Red.
I really want to see. I was actually planning on trying to watch that this year, so I hope it lands on that one.
Nice. We have a Wes Craven film, The Crazies. We have Dawn of the Dead. So we got George Romero. We have The Hills Have Eyes, which is also Wes Craven. Or am I wrong? Wait, The Crazies, Wes Craven? I forget. Let's look it up. No, not that
That's
one.
the modern one.
Ugh. I did watch the modern one.
Timothy
and-
Oliphant.
No, that's also George Romero. Sorry, that's the second Romero movie.
The Crazies is George Romero?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Hills Have Eyes, Wes Craven.
You know
Black
my-
Christmas, which, as
the
Blake
first-
mentioned before this,
The first slasher film ever made.
well, it's like arguably
Oh my god.
Psycho could be considered like the first slasher, but slasher. I mean,
The
flasher.
Flasher.
He does pull out his dick.
Yeah, we should watch some more Flasher movies, guys.
And then we've got the cult horror, which is the Wicker Man, or just Wicker Man, and a second Dario Argento film, Suspiria, which
Ooh.
is another
You
classic
put that one
70s
on
horror
last
movie.
year too. You're just trying to get us to watch Suspiria.
Well, I just think it's
I've been meaning
I've
to
never
watch
seen
this
it. I've
movie
never
for like
seen it.
fucking 12 years.
Yeah, me too.
Haven't.
I've been
right.
meaning to watch more Dario Argento. The only film I've seen by him is the Tenebra, the one we watched for the podcast. It was good. It was a
Yeah,
good
I
movie.
watched Tenebrae. I watched
Yeah, because we did it on the podcast.
Suspiria. Yeah, I know. And there's another one I can't remember. I think I've seen from him, but yeah, those are the ones.
All right, roll the dice.
Jason's doing the honors here. He's really warming it up. 3
Which is
Shivers.
Ooh,
All right,
okay.
Cronenberg. That's our second Cronenberg film of the year.
I know.
Interesting. Hey.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next week, the day before Halloween. So if you want to get your scary horror vibes on, we will be discussing Shivers, which I'd never even heard of. So cool. We will see you next week. Thank you for listening. We're almost to Halloween. Don't worry, Miles. We're almost done with horror for 11 months.
Thank you.
Unless
I mean,
unless
until
I
you
choose
choose a horror movie.
Unless I
yeah.
choose a horror movie for Key November, which could very well happen.
Yeah, which reminder, November is going to be our Key November.
Our second annual Key November.
Picking the best of the best top shelf films.
So if you have Kino suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about, I have a couple ideas, but
Don't
I'm not
fucking say them.
I'm not going to say them. I'm just saying I have a couple ideas, but I'm not like
I do
entirely
too. I'm
sure.
kind of torn between a few movies for Key November. So.
Yeah, so maybe you
We'll
can
send it.
sway us in the right direction.
Yeah,
here.
And
Right.
if you guys don't give me a good idea, I'm going to make us watch Interstellar.
I fucking won't out of principle.
I'm going to pick the Boogans, so we watch
Oh,
that
the
again.
movies again? Okay.
All right. We will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
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 The Boogans Halloween.